is very viable for us since we're great beings. I've heard many of us in this space talk about how we're able to manifest things for ourselves. So why isn't it that we can't have a vision of manifesting our own nation within this nation, as our elder Dr. Claude Anderson in Powernomics has stated? Like, why is it so hard for us, even us, people like us, right, that know the power we hold, and we're not, and know that we can create whatever we want for our society? And I heard you all state that delineation is something you didn't know about, but you agree with and you see it, that how it can benefit us. So why is it that people are still resistant to us creating our own nation like the Native Americans, and having our own and being competition to the immigrants in this nation on the soil, and showing them how America really gets down?
Well, let's sway me. Let me respond to you. When I say we can build a nation within the nation, you see the Asians got theirs. You see the Jews have theirs. They got their own. Believe me or not, they have their own. How do you know that? Because they
But
have.
everybody's getting all of this off of us, right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah,
being
and
wanted with resources.
here's one of the biggest things I've learned: never to be angry how other people have learned how to pimp the system better than us. What we got to learn how to do is pimp the system for us.
But,
So,
okay, so if we're
so hold
pimping
up,
the
sway
system
me.
for us,
So right. So when I
we
say
can do
what's
our
it,
own thing,
no,
right?
no, no. When I say what is right for us, okay, I'm saying just like go right back to the chess game, okay. What I'm saying, beat them at their own game for us, okay. Make it happen for us, okay. I don't have to go. See, you got. Oh, in Miami, right now in Miami. When I went home to Miami, both me and my partner from Miami. When I go home to Miami, those those Spanish people they have built a nation in Miami. Okay, that's running for them. They got
Cubans.
Cubans, yeah, Cubans got it going on. Okay, I don't even recognize Miami.
But FDAS, they got a settlement agreement in the '90s that helped them to get
Yeah, yeah.
settled.
So what I'm saying is that we have to learn how to create our own
Okay,
PAC. We gotta
I'm
build,
saying that. I'm
and so
saying
we
that.
gotta beat them. We got to beat the system at on the table. We
But
don't.
I'm saying that. I'm saying we beat the system because
We
we're a founding population.
right,
We can take our resources and do what the freaking frack we want to do, because
and
we
we
know we
can,
great at what we do.
but we beat the system at hand. Where
Okay,
the
so
si-
you're saying stay in the system,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but
I don't
then
want to. No, no.
play in the
I don't know.
system
Yeah. Oh no,
to
I don't
beat
ever
them
want
at
to.
the system.
Yeah, yeah. You
And
yeah.
I'm saying, why do we put ourselves through that stress?
Yeah, no, yeah, no, because yeah, I mean,
Unity.
it's a
No,
Unity.
big
no, there's no unity
yeah, no,
with
yes,
people
see,
that
no,
are
no, no,
already on your
no,
soil,
no.
attempting
Unity
to
comes
annihilate
through.
you and take your
No,
resources.
unity comes through. Yeah, but my biggest thing I understand about getting people to respect you is when you whip that ass. Okay, when you whip that ass, okay, it's a different conversation when they realize you whip that ass. But I
Okay,
whip you.
okay, but
So
help
we
me with
got to
that.
whip.
Help me
We
understand that, whip
yes,
that
yes.
ass, because
Okay, what that
we've been
mean is
whipping
this.
ass. We've been whipping ass
No, 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 no,
for a
no, no, no,
long
no, no.
time.
No. Whipping ass on basketball court in
Oh, no, no, no,
Hollywood.
no.
I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about we
about
gotta whip that
technology.
ass in
But I'm talking about
economics.
technology.
No, we gotta beat,
We have inventions right today.
but we
We
don't
created
control them.
most modern day, and you got Indians running the tech industry.
Yeah, but we don't control it. We need to control we have to control.
So if we built our own, we control
Now,
it, right?
you build our own within the system that's in hand.
Okay, so
You
we can't. You're saying we. Okay,
Play
this
the
is where
game.
we
I
play the
do lose it.
game that's being played. We
Okay,
don't
okay, okay. I get it. I get it. You
we
guys want
play
to
the
play the game. You don't want to just create your own and do your
We
own
are
game in
No.
this
creating.
You
competition.
of course create your
You
own.
are you are
But
creating
you
your
all
own.
we just created so much in this country
We have
already.
not, and
And and you're saying
but
stay
no
in these
unity.
parameters
we
and play
have
the
not.
game, but
We
you're not even been acknowledged
Yeah,
for even
that's
creating these things in this system, because you're playing the game and
no, no.
everybody
We
wants to
have
come
not.
in and take your
We
initiative.
have not
Okay,
played.
hold on. Sis, what do you propose?
I've proposed that we do what Dr. Claude Anderson has stated to us for numerous of years, that we separate, like we're delineating, and we go
Mhm.
back and we separate, and we have our own offices where we take care of our own people. We have our own cities and towns. And similar to the Native Americans, they have their own places, but we know we want to
We
have
do
our
not
own
want to be
spaces and
Native
places.
Americans in this country. Native Americans are not running a damn thing. They are
We're
managed
not. I
people.
know that, but I'm saying
Okay,
us do our. We're not Native Americans in
you
the
know.
same way that we've contributed to America in so many ways, right? From making sure that this country survives and thrives. It's been us.
So here's the first. I've had these conversations, and I don't want to really. I don't want to. I Believe me, I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions, and that you're saying infrastructure. Being that I've been in the government and everything, and I seen when we build our, when we build our hospitals, when we go to another facility, we build our own infrastructure in another country. Okay, we bring our own generators, we bring our own water system, we bring our own everything and everything. We can build. I've been a part of a hospital that we have to come and drop a hospital and put about 100-bed hospital, and within that 100-bed hospital is a whole community, and we bring our total infrastructure to self-contain ourselves. We don't need to tie into no grid of nobody because we are our own entity. So my question is, okay, and this is what when I ask people when they say, "Oh, one of that," I say, "Okay, all that sounds good." Okay, we have to organize. If you talking about doing it, there is some basic stuff that we must understand about running your own stuff off the grid. That when we say off the grid, that means we have no. You sound like you're trying to say no alliances with what we call white people, that with no alliances with Americans. What you sound like you say. I don't want no alliances with America. I want our
No,
own
no,
thing.
that's not what I mean. You're taking it to a different. It's not what I was going. But go ahead. I hear what
Well,
you're
Okay,
saying.
but what?
hold on. I want to know what she actually means.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
this
need
is
to
what I
understand this.
mean. Hold on. This is what I mean when I say, what do you propose? So what do
Okay,
you mean?
but he was going on, and I didn't want to be
Yeah, yeah,
rude
yeah.
or anything.
So, what
So
do you propose when you talk about
okay,
our
so
own? What are
so
Uh,
you
here
proposing?
okay, here's the
let it go.
proposal. Here's and then I'm gonna lay it out, because I usually don't lay it out, because this is what happens when you're talking on an open app, right? And you try to give people something to go with, but then they go to the extreme and they miss certain things. We're already Americans that have built the infrastructure of America. So when I look at us separating and doing and creating our own nation, we've already got infrastructure here that
Okay,
all
so when
we
you say that, then where are you
Where
saying, here in America?
here in America we got infrastructure here?
yeah
Where? Well, okay.
yeah yeah
What infrastructure you saying that we own? We own right now that we can pack up and we can go and create our own. What infrastructure
we
you?
have major cities where we are the majority.
That
So
don't
Mm-hmm.
make.
Mm-hmm.
therefore the infrastructure is there, the people are there. We're missing the capital to build out our hospitals. We're missing the capital to build out our schools. We're missing the capital to build out our police stations. Like it would
So
be where we set in the government of the United States, and we have someone like they have in the Bureau of the Indian Affairs, and the interior of the cabinet or the administration, that sits at the table and can head our whole offices where we have different divisions of health and human services, divisions of civil rights.
Okay, so
So when it comes to our,
do we have that? I mean, what are you saying? I mean, so my initial question was, what do you propose? So
I propose that we do what Dr. Have you read Powernomics and Dr.
I've read,
absolutely, absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay, so basically we are emulating or doing the same thing that the Native Americans have done, except we have towns and cities because we already built out the infrastructure of America. We are the builders and the developers and the ones that have advanced this
So how do we
society.
maintain our sovereignty from being another from another? So if you're saying that we're gonna be, so you say we're a different nation, we're gonna be a nation from the nation. All right, you saying, so how do we protect our sovereignty?
So we're gonna have protections because we should be making sure that this current administration, since they're utilizing the 14th Amendment, right? That's where we come in and say, hey, we are a founding population. The 14th Amendment was meant for us, and we can see right now, we can prove how immigrants and illegal immigrants, legal and illegal, have come in this country on top of us. We can show data. So then we can make sure we get the capital and the protections and the land so that we make sure we build out our nation. We can turn cities and towns with the majority of us in those cities and towns into our own. And like Memphis, I'm gonna give an example. Memphis has a majority Black Americans. Then outside of Memphis, you have a town called Mason. You have these areas that we can build out and make sure they're our own. And we're employing our own because we're building out our homes, our suburbs, our schools, our hospitals, da 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 da. That's where I'm at.
And where we're
so
all
so
where we're our
what
food
we need is
and
some
cat.
sway me spray, so I can go and spray all the people that don't think like you. Because again, the initial part of this conversation when we started was all about mindset. And that's the biggest thing. Ain't nothing ever going to happen or change until we get the mindset of a majority. We need at least 41% because statistically that's a tipping point.
Yeah, that's the
So we
tipping
need at
point.
least
41%.
41% of
Well,
us.
I believe in the critical mass, and critical mass is 1%. So if there's 45 million Black American Negro freedmen, all we need is what, a million?
53 million, they say now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Um
53 million of us. I mean, that statistically, it's 53 million.
Including the immigrants, because I'm not talking including immigrants in my number.
yeah, I
When
don't
you
know
All
say
where them
black,
numbers are at
black.
now
No, 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 no,
because
no, no. That's all black freedmen. 53 million.
okay. We're that's semantics, 44, 53. Nonetheless, I'm in agreement with you. I'd love for all of that to be the case. The problem is you got some of us that are lackadaisical that done, they've allowed the ways of America to, you know, put them in a box and they stay in that box. So now they don't think like you. The problem that I see is simply mentality. We got to get enough people thinking the same way in
incubator,
order in order for us to move forward.
unlearn to relearn.
Yeah, it
But
probably
I
take
mean,
about a
we've
million
got we've got
people,
federal
million
we've
black.
got federal dollars to nonprofit organizations, and then is you talk about gatekeeping and this, that, and the other, and some people just satisfied with them federal dollars they getting that's feeding their pockets to push whatever organization in whatever impoverished part of town or whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, all I know is that until we get enough people to change their mindset and realize that they have a power within themselves that supersedes race, that supersedes color, that was given to you by your father, by your creator, until we get to that point, bruh, like, but these are the
And-
type of conversations I'd rather be having, because
yeah,
my whole reason for the title today was listening over the weekend. And again, I've Mr. Just As Joe. I've stayed quiet, I stayed calm, I've stayed chill. And over the weekend, there was just some ridiculousness
ridiculous.
that I
Yeah,
continue. And it's just, I mean, I hear it one time and I'm like, okay. I hear and I keep hearing where all a lot of these cliquish ass us do
yeah.
is get in these groups and we just talk about people. We just talking nonsense. Just garbage and nonsense. Like, you got women yelling, cussing, and screaming, acting all out of character, out of
Out of
sorts,
pocket, I call it.
out of their natural form.
Yeah,
You got men over here. I don't.
acting
You
out of
better
their
watch.
natural, out of
You better
pocket.
watch
Yeah.
it. Like a dude said, and then you better watch it, man. She's known to get on you, and she gonna have all the women. Man, I don't care, bro. What's wrong with you? Why you such a little forget-his cheerleader? Grow up.
I'm sorry, I opened another can of worms. Miss Nikki want to come back up. I know y'all want to go, so
So
No,
I mean,
I'm
it's
going to
all good. It's
actually.
all
I
good.
just had to
Conversation,
go
No,
there.
conversation.
no.
But
This has been good conversation. I'm going to, for the
I
for
mean,
the.
let's extend this to Tuesday.
Yeah. No, yeah. To tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Today
That's
is
right.
Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Today
I'm
too.
thinking
We
it's
got
Thursday already.
Wednesday. We got Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Wednesday and Thursday. So
So
here's what I would.
we'll extend this tomorrow, part two. And again, real quick, and I'm gonna do a timer. All right. Anybody wants to come up, you got 60 seconds to speak your piece. I see somebody requested just now. Nikki, again, you got 60 seconds to speak your piece. Anybody raise your hand?
Anybody want to
Whoever's
come
first.
up? Come on up.
My ancestors is here.
Yeah,
My
what I
Go ahead,
wanted to
ancestors.
sis.
say is
60
that
seconds.
y'all couldn't hear me. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you now. Go ahead, Nikki.
Well, who's going
Okay,
first? Me or somebody else? I'm trying to
you
figure
Okay.
this out.
you can
My
you
and look, my ancestors was she was
you can go
speaking
ahead, my
first.
ancestor.
All right.
All right.
I just
Go
want to
ahead.
say
60
this
seconds.
right here. Liking and respecting is two different things. You know what I'm saying? So you may not like me, but at the end of the day, you're going to respect me because of what I bring to the table, my character, and everything else. There is truth in everything everyone is saying all together. One of the things about being a Black Panther altogether is to be respectful and courteous at all times and demand the same in return. So respect is one level, as well as turning around talking about whether somebody likes you or not.
Right.
Somebody can like you for their own agenda, their own propaganda. But at the end of the day, respect is the end game, right? Respect. And it doesn't even matter if someone likes you or dislike you, they have to relearn how to respect you, right?
Well
And
said.
that
I like.
goes with,
All right, that was just 60
that
seconds. We
goes with.
appreciate you, sis.
Who's
All right, I'm
next?
gone. All right, Black
Don't go
Power.
yet. I want you to hear everybody else. Don't go nowhere. I want to hear everybody else. Go ahead. Who's next?
I think I was next. I just wanted to say this. I don't know if Sway Me said this earlier, but Sway Me has a petition for the Office of New Americans that is part of, I mean, for the Office of Freedmen, which
Officer
is
Freeman. Yeah.
yeah, which is basically in comparison to what exists right now, which is the Office of New Americans. And also, I heard someone say we don't want to be the Native Americans, but We want the protections of the Native Americans. And see, here's the thing, the same thing that America has given everyone else, that's what we're saying we want. So we want the protections of the Native Americans. The one thing that was missed in the civil rights movement was protections. And I have no idea how that happened at a time where people were being hung on trees, castrated, ran over by railroads, ran over on railroad tracks, burned up, killed up. And we missed that Black people have to be protected on our soil. So we want everything that was given to everybody else. That is what the proposal is. That is what the agenda is on top of reparations. If everyone follow this and stop being oppositional and get on the same bandwagon. And another thing too, I heard someone say, and I'm gonna say this real quick and get off the
Yeah,
mic.
real quick, because
We
60
we
seconds is
will
up.
never get everyone. We may never get 50% of our people to be on the same page, but we have enough power with those who kind of think the same way to be able to bust them doors in Washington. We got to stop focusing on the people that are not there. We got to
Absolutely.
focus on the people that are there already
Absolutely.
mentally.
Absolutely. So, and I love, see, that action right there, this petition, you know about that, Unc?
Yeah, I know about the petition. I'm a
So
very
so what do we do? What do we do to get this handed
uh,
around? Because
uh,
that's action to me.
put it, give it, send it to Joe.
Yeah, I mean, just message, and let's keep passing this around, like all of us. You know what I mean? I'm gonna repost it. Let's keep it, because I mean, how do you sit and make this argument without even mentioning anyway, sis? Like, for real. So
That's why
Because
she
of the
got me.
pushback I usually receive, and what you all did. So I try to I do
well,
post
we
it.
didn't. It wasn't a
I do
pushback.
post it quite often. And I've lost my other account where it is up there in my account, and stuff like that. But this is a new account. But I do go
can
usually
you
and
post it
post
in
it.
the blue pill,
Yes,
or?
I'll do it right now. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sis. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's
Also,
what I'm talking about.
can you send it to me directly? Because I can't see everything you guys see because I don't do this on my phone. I do it on my computer.
Yeah, when they post in the blue pill, all you really got to do is go to I Ain't Your Back, or whatever space you're listening to. Just go to the host, page, and you just scroll down. It's right underneath the space. Whether it's where the recording is ended, or whether the live is ended, or what, it's right underneath that live. That's where you see all the blue pill stuff. Let's go next. Looks like to Mr. Miles. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I think the best thing you guys have been back here listening and listening. I come up with the solution is protesting, and I'm talking about protesting during the week time, business time. It's going to take probably about 1 million people a day. If you guys want to really make something move, make something shake, it's going to take some sacrifice for everybody to come together. It's going to probably take about 1 million people a day. Go up there and protest. I guarantee you, do that for a whole month, we'll get some things changed for us.
Well, I mean, you got to be strategic with it, and like one of the cats said before, hit them on all fronts. You get the protest, you get the politics, you get a few things going at the same time. Again, be strategic with it. And then at the same time, when you start talking about, I guess, during the day, I guess one of the things you're saying with that is hit them where it hurts, which is in their pockets. And that's how you make anything move and happen, is you hit them in their pockets. So that's definitely a thing to do, absolutely. But it's got to be strategic for sure. Anybody else want to come up before we bounce out of here?
Hey, Carl, you want to say something before I say anything, Carl? Is Carl still there? Well, I want to say that since I am a verified freeman, okay, and I came about becoming a verified freeman through X space and through meeting the Swamy and Arthur and Carl, and what I've learned about the Freeman Nation Trust.org, Freeman Nation, Freeman Nation, FreemanNation.org and Trust, okay, is that um, self-governing, and I do believe that self-governing is something that Swamy is about. And I believe that's what you're talking about, building a nation. When I'm speaking of learning how to uh, play the game to win it to our favor. See, a lot of us think, and I hope nobody take offense to this, but as good and as great as a lot of our people in all of those born before 1960, there's something that we did not truly understand, and it's the hegemony. We've been fighting up against the hegemony or hegemony. It's a system that has made us feel like we can't not beat the system. We were been forced to go down rabbit holes like minority. The term minority was never meant for us to ever feel like we can be winners. When you look at the definition of minority in the old dictionary, it says a group, an organization too small to have control, but we got captured in a rabbit hole. There is a multiple rabbit holes that we have been led to. So as much as we think that we actually have won or been taken, we actually have not been winning at the game. We've been captured in rabbit holes. So that's why I'm telling you that when I say that we've been losing at the table, it's like a game of chess. We never actually have won the game in the economic battlefield. And I hope y'all hear me when I say that. We have not won. We have won basketball, football, entertainment, music, all that type of stuff. But when it comes to the economic battlefield, the game is played in a capitalist society at the economic battlefield. And can you honestly say, as a demographics of people, have we won that game? That's the game that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about all the things that everybody keep telling we do. No, we have never won the damn game at the economic battlefield where we got our demographics of people sitting there that's helping us navigate. We used to think we had the NAACP joke, NAB joke, Black Caucus joke. All of those things are a joke. When I talk about winning at the economic battlefield, I mean that when things are being talked about of the high end of how money moves in this country, we got people there that in our best interest as free men talking about what's in it for us. We have yet to accomplish that. And if you cannot agree with that, that's the game I'm talking about winning. We got to beat the game at the economic battlefield table when everybody else is playing the game. We sitting on the outskirts whining and crying about what's being done to us because we not at the table. I hope that makes sense. Do that make sense?
All right. So, it has been a fantastic show. Love it when people come up, especially our sisters. Love it when our sisters come up and speak eloquently and speak to the power, to their femininity, and just bring this to the table, man. It's so refreshing, so inviting. Because I mean, right about now, we have a society where I remember, who was that, Queen, on one of the shows before, that she used to say that women create the tone of a society. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Queen said that the reason why we struggle and Queen was Queen is on the back of my book. Okay, Queen, she eloquently wrote a nice piece in the back and in my book. But Queen is the sister that's on the back of my book. If you pick up my book, you'll see her on the back of the book. Queen said in the space, and she was so eloquently. She said, if you want to know if we could win at this thing, we need our queens, just like playing the game of chess. We need our queens to know their role in helping us win the game. Okay. And it's the tone, it's the way that the queen plays on the board. Okay. We need to know how, and that it takes the king to understand that, but the queen got all the power because they can move all over the board. Okay. The deal is that the dominant culture has allowed our women to move all over the board. But guess what? They wasn't moving all over the board for their kings. They were moving all on the board because they made them compete. They put us in a competing thing, and Queen spoke about that. We should never been competing against one another. It's like we on the chessboard competing with one another. We competing on the chessboard against one another, against the other people, and our queen is working against us. That's something that she was speaking to. When our women, our sisters, understand their power on the chessboard, is when we will be able to understand our. I must use what sway me. We'll build that nation in a nation when we're working together collectively.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, it's been a good show again.
I
This
see Mr. Miles got his hand up. Hold up.
okay. Go ahead, bro.
All
Right.
right. All right. Thank you there, Mishan, Mr. Mishan, Uncle Mishan. I could say Mister because you older than me.
Yeah.
40, I'm
And
47. You are 60. Please say 64.
Yeah, I'll be 65, brother, in
You're
January.
65. So that's respect. So I'm giving you respect because you're older than me. So yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. But I looked at that petition right there. Who put that petition up there in the jumbo?
Sway me.
Okay, well, it's saying only 624 people signed. That's all.
It's a new petition.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a.
but yeah, people
Where
are
I
not.
just signed.
Yeah, they're
yeah,
not.
what's
I've been
the
So
posting it.
okay, let
yeah,
me ask
no
something.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask something else about that petition. This is why I always nervous about that petition. With the petition, you always got to put down your address and all that whatnot. Why you always have to get all that personal? Why do I have to give up that kind of information? Because I don't like to put my address
I mean
out
Google
there
will
like
tell
that.
you that.
I
Google
think
will
you
tell
can
You
what?
don't
skip
have to
it.
put your
You can
address in
skip
there.
it.
Google will
Yeah.
tell what?
Whatever question you got, Google will tell you. And it says her name up there at the top. You ask who put it up there. Her name's right there.
No, he wants to know why do you have to put your address in, and the
Yeah, the address
petition.
for
Yeah,
the petition. That's what I'm talking about,
you
brother Joe.
don't that you don't have to allow that to keep you, because that is not what they're really after. What they're really after is name
Validation.
the
Uh,
name and the identification of someone who's on board and everything, who's interested.
Brother
So
Joe, yeah, brother Joe rushing off this call right here, off this space
Well,
right
because
here. He must have to go
we've
to
been
work
talking we've
early in
been
the
talking
morning.
about going, bro. We've been talking about going, and that's what we've been talking about the last 10 minutes, getting everybody time and going. And so once again, you raising your hand and you asking questions that you could ask directly to the person who posted it. You could even ask Google, why do you have to put up an address and anything? But I just signed it. And I don't have to put up an address. I just put my name and my email and Louisville and my zip code. So and then as you keep going, it asks you if you want to chip in, put in a couple bucks or whatever and stuff like that. So no, you don't have to put your address and stuff. Just your email and your real government name. All right. So we got that. Everybody good? All right. So this has been another episode of I Ain't Your Black. All right. So we will see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Love the conversation. Keep bringing it forward. Keep talking. Keep speaking. Keep speaking up. Keep speaking out. We're going to get in alignment, folks. We're going to get it together. Let's, again, the whole objective to where we come from, the space that we come from when we speak what we speak, is to say, hey, I move forward as a man. You move forward as a woman. Don't put color first because that's the box that massa wants you to stay in. You put you, your character, your skill set, who you are as a person, you, the humanity first, as opposed to something that massa created hundreds of years ago that for some reason we want to get rid of everything else, but we want to keep that. I don't know why. But either way, till tomorrow, same place, same time, 7 p.m. We're going to do a part 2 of this so we can keep this conversation going. All right now. Peace.
Peace.
Get ready for I Ain't Your Black. This is the podcast that offers healing, insights, and epiphanies, discussing and reviewing everything others are afraid to talk about. It's all about what is right for us. I ain't your new black. I ain't your old black. I ain't your future black. America, I ain't your black. And now, the host of I Ain't Your Black, Mr. Just As Joe and Uncle Mishore.
You got a man like man, you
Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.
When black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough
Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.
Get ready for I Ain't Your Black. This is the podcast that offers healing, insights, and epiphanies, discussing and reviewing everything others are afraid to talk about. It's all about what is right for us. I ain't your new black. I ain't your old black. I ain't your future black. America, I ain't your black. And now, the host of I Ain't Your Black, Mr. Just As Joe and Uncle Mishore.
You got a man like man, you love causing trouble.